Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to do another squirrel catch, clean, and cook over an open fire. And the gun I'm going to be using today is my Stoeger double barrel 12 gauge coach gun. But before we actually go squirrel hunting, there's a few things I need to do first. The first thing I'm going to need to do is check the pattern on this shotgun and see if I can actually kill a squirrel at the distance we're going to be hunting at. So I've got a little poster right here with a little squirrel drew on it. I'm going to step back about 15 yards, load it up, take 2 shots, and then we'll come back here and check the pattern. Remember, you're a pro unless you want to sleep with a fan on for the rest of your life. And I do recommend the electronic ones. They're amazing. Anyways, open that dude up. We're going to be using Federal 12 gauge 2 3/4 number 7.5 bird shot. It's the ones I'm going to do testing with and hunt with. Grab 2 out of there. Dropped 1. Butterfingers. Anyways. Go ahead and stick them down in there. 1, 2. Safety off. I'm going to put 2 rounds on that squirrel down there. Then we'll go down there and check it. All right. Smell of freedom. Let's go check it out. Well, since the old coach gun's got pretty short barrels on it, I figured it'd throw a pretty wide pattern, and I was right. Even at 15 yards, that's pretty wide, but it's good enough to kill a squirrel with. And that brings me to the point of why I don't really use shotguns for squirrel hunting much. And it's because all them little holes are pellets that are going to get stuck down in the meat. And about the only way to find them pellets is with your teeth when you're eating them. So you may have noticed that this gun has 2 triggers. One for the left barrel, one for the right barrel. And yes, it will let you pull both barrels. It's not really good for the gun, but let's do it anyway. Open this dude up. Get 1 shell in there. Another shell in there. Closed up. Got 2 1-gallon water jugs right there. Let's put both barrels right in between them. Safety off. It's gonna kick. Good Lord. Both barrels. Dadgum, split them things wide open. Look at that. Split them right down the middle. They even still got some pellets in them. That Federal ammo wasn't messing around. And Federal, I need a sponsor. I'm sorry, excuse me. I always keep this feeder in my backyard full of corn, and there's always a ton of critters down here, especially squirrels. I've counted up to 16 down here at one time. So this is where we're gonna be squirrel hunting at. Go ahead and fill it up with corn, so they'll keep coming back. $1.10, by the way. That back up. Do a little pile right here so I can find it. Open that up good enough. There we go. A little pile right there. Fill this up. If anybody out there is wondering about the feeder, all it is a homemade feeder I made out of a metal 5-gallon bucket. I punched 2 holes down here at the bottom. Don't need to make the holes too big or they'll get all the corn out really fast. And it needs to be metal or they will chew big giant holes in it, then get the corn out really fast. So just in case anybody was wondering about that. The last thing I need to do before I go squirrel hunting is cut a bunch of limbs and pile them up over here behind me and make a small brush blind so I can hide in and hunt out of. So let's go cut some limbs. River! There's a good girl. Yes, there is. You're a pretty girl, ain't ya? Good girl. I'm getting seed ticks out here for sure. This used to all be high canopy woods where all the trees would grow up and then make just green tops because the sun couldn't reach down, and all of this used to be just nothing but leaves, nothing growing down here. But a few years ago, I went down here with a chainsaw, removed a bunch of trees and let the sun down here on the ground, and it exploded with green. It's a lot better for the animals in the habitat. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but that right there, try to zoom in on it a little bit. That big ball of leaves right there is a squirrel nest. They'll carry leaves and sticks and all kinds of stuff up in a tree, put it all together in a big bundle and make it hollow in the inside, and that's where they stay. Unless they live in a big hollow spot in a tree. This is a maple tree stump that I cut off a few years ago, and you can see it has grown back quite a bit. So I'm going to take a few limbs off of this. Come on, Lego. There we go. All right. Still got a bunch of these dead poke salad bushes from the raccoon hunting video, so go check that out. And put these on here as just a little bit of a final touch, and we should be good. And right there, cut this big one right here on top, about like that right there. Pull that through, twist it in, make it look all good and natural. And I should be able to hide right behind that, and the squirrels hopefully won't see me. I don't know if y'all can see that little tiny speck crawling around on the tip of my thumb right there. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but that is a seed tick. And you don't really know you got them until you got them on you, and they're hard to get off. They're so tiny. And they'll clump up on in big balls on the end of leaves and stuff in the middle of trails. And when you walk by and touch them, they go puff and then fall off on you, and you got a ton of them on you. I don't even know where he went. There he is. I can feel him crawling on my legs and stuff, so I'm going to have to go take a shower here pretty soon. Now that I got the brush blind built, this is going to be my view. I'm going to be sitting right here behind this brush, and the squirrels are probably going to come out right off of this stump, jump right down here. They did in the last video, and they usually do when I'm watching them out the back door. But anyways, they're going to come out right here, and I'm going to blast them with a shotgun. Now that I got everything all done and ready that I needed to get done before I go squirrel hunting, I'm going to call it a day, go in the house, take a shower, get all these seed ticks off of me. And bright and early tomorrow morning, we'll be out here with the coach gun. We're going to shoot some squirrels, make a fire, and cook them up. It has been a very slow morning. I haven't seen a single squirrel all morning. I don't know if it was the shooting and messing around yesterday that I did down here, or if it's the rain that's moving in or what, but they're not around today. I don't know why. It's very unusual. So I'm going to have to switch it up and try something different. All right, so I went and got the dogs. She's not much help, but the other one over there, she thinks she can find a squirrel, so we're going to see if she can find one. Since it's later in the year and the squirrels don't have babies this time of the year, I'm going to go ahead and shoot a couple of nests and see if I can get one to fall out of a nest. This big old fat nest right there. I'm going to put one round right in the middle of it. Huh. Knocked a bunch of stuff down, but there's nothing in that one. And I think it's starting to sprinkle. She's barking hard at that tree right there. And I bet there's one in there because there's a big hole right there. Yeah, I bet there's one in there. That's the problem with down here is there's so many old trees with big holes in them. Then all the squirrels go down in there and hide in the holes in the trees, and you can't get them. But oh well, we'll keep looking around. There's a big old nest right there. Let's slap it around a little bit. Pull this back trigger. Well, nothing in that one either. Get him, bud, and find that squirrel. Better go ahead and top off. Looks like I pulled the right barrel. I can find some shells in my pocket. Topped off. Topping off, topping off. Got one this time. All right. There's a squirrel. Got him. Got one. Hell yeah. Finally got one. That's why I reload. Always need 2 shells in there. Where is he? There he is. Headshot. I think. Man, he's a big old male squirrel. I don't quite touch him yet. Yeah, he'll bite me. No, he's dead. Good looking gray squirrel. One gray squirrel down. Got to reload now. Oh, look at that smoke. Gotta love it. That's cool. I actually only have 2 shells left. May have to go back to the house and get some more. Alright. One down. Let's go see if we can get some more. So I went back to the house, put that squirrel in the fridge, grabbed some more shotgun shells, and we're back out here. I'd like to at least get one more squirrel before the rain moves in, but I don't know. We'll try. It's not really good squirrel hunting today, but we're going to do some more nest swatting and see if we can get another one. There's so many hollow trees down here, it's hard to find the squirrels. Like that one right there, that's got 2 holes in it. This one over here, it's got a hole in it right there and a hole up there. It's just hard to find them when they're not out and around, you know. But we're going to keep looking around, maybe shoot a few more nests. If not, at least we got one. There's a nest right there. Let's go ahead and shoot that one. Oh, there's another one back here too in that tree. Might have to go to that one next. I don't see any squirrels coming out of that one. Let's go on down to the other one. Better reload just in case there's another squirrel in there and it happens like last time. Alright, topped off. Let's go shoot that other nest. There's that other one. It's right there. It's kind of hard to see, but let's go ahead and get it. I don't think there was anything in that one. I don't know. Let's keep looking. Reload. Ooh. I can't get over it. That looks cool. Alright. More in there. Alright, keep looking. Cool looking mushroom. Poke, poke. Oh, I knocked it over. Can anybody identify that? I have no idea what it is. If you know what it is, drop it in the comments. Let me know. There's another one right there. Let's get it. If he's in there, he ain't happy. Oh well, next one. You know I gotta see some smoke. Ooh. Love it. I'm about out of shells again. I think I've only got 2 or 3 left. Hey, looky there. I found the wad. That's the little plastic cone inside the shotgun shells that holds your pellets. And whenever it fires out, it opens up, all the pellets spin out and keep going, and this falls off. So now you know. You're not a very good squirrel dog. There's another nest right there. Right there. Let's get it. And nothing. Bummer. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing in there, you goober. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, down to the last one. Well, I got one in the chamber still, in the right side. Down to the last pair. Well, I don't know if it's all the noise that I made the last couple of days, or if it's the rain moving in, or what, but the squirrels just ain't moving today. I don't know. I ended up shooting at a whole bunch of nests and stuff. We at least did get one. So I guess I'm going to make a fire, skin that squirrel, and we'll start cooking. It's been about 2 hours since you seen me last. I actually had to go fix the tire, and I went ahead and skinned that squirrel. So since I got it skinned up, let's go ahead and get the fire started so we can heat up the pan and get cooking. Go ahead and light this dry grass I got in here. I just picked up a bunch of dry grass from laying in the yard, that was laying in the yard from when I mowed. And I'm gonna start with that. That didn't take long. Stuff pretty dry. All right. Go ahead and start throwing some smaller sticks on it and get them burning. This might be a little too big, but it ought to work. We got plenty of dry grass out here to keep going. Some pine bark. There we go. A little more grass wouldn't hurt. While I'm sitting here feeding this fire, check out what I found earlier. Look at that. Really old knife. And I actually know where it came from because I made it several years ago. And several years ago, I lost it. I thought I lost it down in the woods. But I was out here poking around in the yard and I seen that white handle sticking up. And there it is. Pretty rusty. I made it out of a piece of deer antler and an old rusty horse file. Well, it wasn't rusty at the time, but now it is. Anyways, that's pretty cool. There's zero wind down here today, and it's hard to keep that fire going. Just don't want to burn. Had to move that rock right there. Try to give it a little more oxygen. That's gonna have to be good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put my little grate thingy I made on at work on here. And get it be a little half-ass stable. That's good enough. And the skillet. That's pretty crooked. That's gonna have to work. Go ahead and put some Earl in there. Yeah, it's pretty unlevel, but it'll work. And a little more. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna let that heat up, and I think I'm gonna go grab the squirrel eggs. I think this is heated up enough. I'm not really sure. It looks like it's bubbling a little bit, so I think it's good enough. So we're gonna go ahead and cook these squirrels. I got 2 squirrel eggs right here that I had stuck in some flour. My own little personal recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and get them out. They're nice and coated. Oh yeah, look at that. Drop them right in here. It's cooking. It's not as hot as I'd like it to be, but it's cooking. Get that other leg right there. Those are gonna be good. There we go. All right. Now I just gotta let them cook for a little bit. Oh yeah, they're cooking good. Look at that. Cooking squirrel on an open fire. For the people out there who have never had squirrel before, a lot of people say stuff tastes like chicken, and it really does kind of taste like chicken, but I would compare it to dark meat chicken. It's pretty good. It's kind of a acquired taste. Some people really love it, some people hate it, you know. No really in between. I think it's pretty good personally. I'm not it's not my top 5 favorite foods or anything, but squirrel's pretty good. Every once in a while I get a little hankering for it. I think these are about ready to be flipped. Grab my tongs. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Nice and brown. Not bad looking at all. They actually look pretty tasty. Ooh, ooh. Looking good, looking good. And one other thing. If y'all have a problem with mosquitoes where y'all are at, get a Thermacell. These things work amazing. The refills for them are kind of pricey, but they are worth it, 100%. I don't hardly go out in the woods in the summertime without that on me. I'm going to give these guys one more flip. And I think they're about done. I'll give them a couple more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and pull them off. I'm almost positive they're done, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them off. Grab that one. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Stick it in the plate. Grab the other one. Looks like a little piece of fried chicken. Stick that one in the plate. Alright, the squirrel is done. Well, I got the squirrel done, and if you want to see me eat squirrel, you're going to have to go check out another video on my channel, because I'm actually bringing these to my grandpa. I was talking to him about a month ago, and he told me that he'd really like to have some squirrel, and he's getting to the age where he can't really go out and do that stuff anymore. So I'm going to bring these to him, and I'm sure he's really going to be happy to have them. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, then you're awesome. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next video.